the Shadow Critic. Long time no see. Today I'm so excited. I'm going to be reviewing one of the best things the Simpsons has ever created. Nightmare Cafeteria. This Treehouse of Horror segment is just awesome. Let's take a look. So we begin with Bart in class, causing mayhem.
Hey everybody, let's all turn our desks backwards before Mrs. Krabappel shows up.
Huh? All right, backwards boy. Back your butt down to detention.
Over here, Simpson. The detention room is dangerously overcrowded, so you'll be serving your time at the cafeteria.
I'm running out.
Yes, you should have thought of that before you made that paper airplane. This overcrowding in detention is becoming critical. It's a powder keg waiting to go off in an explosion of unacceptable behavior.
Don't bitch to me, boss man. Thanks to the latest budget cuts, I'm down to using grade F meat.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if there was some sort of common solution to both our problems?
That would be great.
Hey, Bart, watch this.
Ouch!
Oh, no! My favorite outfit!
Jimbo, this is by far the worst. Jimbo, why don't you assist Lunch Lady Doris in the kitchen?
Bite me, Skinner.
Well, might we?
This sandwich tastes so young and impudent. Seymour, what's with the good graft?
Well, perhaps I ought to let you folks in on a secret. You remember me telling Jimbo Jones that I'd make something of him one day?
Are you saying you killed Jimbo, processed his carcass, and served him for lunch?
What a wonderful piece of dialogue. A great back and forth between her and Skinner. Just really clean, genuinely funny dialogue.
I wonder where Jimbo is today. He should have beaten us up for our lunch money an hour ago.
Oh, lunch lady, please to have another sloppy Jimbo. Das ist gut, right?
It's great how they've not even changed the name to something else. It's Sloppy Jimbo.
Please to have another sloppy Jimbo. Das ist gut, right?
It's also weird. They actually show them eating the kids. Like it's not like they have the burger and then they just sort of talk about eating it. They actually show them biting into it and eating it, which is pretty far for a Simpsons episode to go. This was made in 1994 as well, so they're going pretty far. Even today, to have a kid eat another kid is kinda fucked.
Helping, young man, it's making you fat and soft and tender. You just cut in line, didn't you? Reported detention odor.
For how long?
Oh, about 7 minutes a pound should do it.
It's just such a great episode. It perfectly mixes humor and darkness. It embraces the dark humor so much. We know that Uther is dead, and they chopped up his carcass and turned it into food and are eating it. And the next thing we hear is this lively German music. It's such a celebration of dark humor. Excellent. And here we have Bart and Milhouse, two of the main characters, eating the cooked remains of their schoolmates' corpse. Wonderful.
Is food called Uderbraten?
Oh, relax, kids. I've got a gut feeling Odor's around here somewhere.
Since so many students have been put on permanent detention, we've merged everyone into a single class. I trust there are no objections.
This episode is great. There's no hope. There's literally 5 kids still around, which implies that everyone else has either been killed or is about to be killed. They could have gone for a softer ending where they're like, oh, Jimbo died, but everyone else is okay. But they didn't.
Detention.
Hey, you guys, make a break for it.
Easy there, young man. You'll only make yourself tired and stringy. Now to check on the free-range children.
What great imagery. What an iconic scene. The lunch lady drenched in blood coming at them. They really went all out. They didn't give us a nerfed version where it was kind of implied but not really seen, and everything was still safe. Here they have the lunch lady drenched in what we can only assume is the blood of their fellow children coming at them. It's just a perfect episode. They said fuck you to the censors, and it came out with perfection.
Hold on, kids! I'm coming to rescue the lot of you! Ow! Ugh, I'm bad at this.
A great running gag, earlier episodes, in this particular treehouse of horror.
I'm going to enjoy devouring you, Bart Simpson. Yes, I believe I'll start as you've so often suggested by eating your shorts.
Fuck, even for 2020 the scene is intense. You see the teachers coming at them crazy, covered in blood. You see the children terrified. And they're our main characters. They're the ones we know. We think they should be okay. And they're also children. Even in horror movies, it's unusual to kill children. But here, they just say fuck it. And Milhouse goes straight into the blender, face first. That's so painful to watch. This is such a great scene, such great tension. You're like, they won't kill the children. They're not gonna do it, especially the main character. There's just like this horror contraption. This giant fucking blender with this vat of blood over here. Just vat of children's blood. And you're like, they're not gonna do it, there's no way. And then they just go and do it. Perfection.
Don't worry, guys. Something always comes along to save us. Nevertheless, I remain confident that something will come along and save the two Simpson children.
Wow, there you have it. They literally killed the main characters. It turns out it was a dream. But still, like, this is just awesome. You see Bart and Lisa going face first into the blender. Well, that was Nightmare Cafeteria, and it still holds up. It's so great. Especially that scene of Uta, where you just see Skinner talking to Uta, and next thing you see is they're just serving German sausage. It's so cruel, twisted and dark, but so hilarious. The imagery is horrific. You see the teachers soaked in children's blood. A massive vat filled with children's blood. It's horrific imagery. I'm surprised they got away with it, but I'm so glad they did. Finally, this episode is fucked up. Like I said, even in horror movies today in 2020, killing children isn't really something you see that much. It's like killing animals. It's something that isn't really done too much. Most of the time in horror, violence is inflicted on adults. But in this one, they just said, we're gonna kill these kids. And I love how Milhouse goes first, so they can see him die, and the scene gets drawn out a little longer and a little tenser. The whole time you're like, there's no way, there's no way. And then you just end with them falling into the blender. It's brilliant. This is what happens if you say fuck you to the censors and just make what you want to make. This episode is perfect. I love it. Watch it. It's great. It's got such great tension. As we see these characters we've known our entire lives, children nonetheless, be put in this kind of danger and ultimately get killed. This episode's excellent. I gotta go fast.